Why rain? Why now? Hey guys, Randy Gage here, and I want to share some thoughts from my heart on why I'm with Rain International. Let me got to check my time. I know I got a time slot here. Uh, because right, we have our Be the Breakthrough presentations. I actually have a 90-minute very extensive breakdown of why I chose rain, right? Using more than 75 different mental models. Why I joined, looking at the comp plan models and the product line models and the market viability models and all of that stuff. So that's out there for anyone who wants that. But I'd rather take this moment with you guys to share the shorter version, the not the rational, logical, analytical version, but the heartfelt version. And so I'm speaking to you guys who are in rain, who know exactly why you're here, and maybe you just want to hear from someone like me why I'm here. And then I'm also speaking for someone who may find their way to this presentation who's really thinking about it. Like, why would I join Rain International? Why would I become a social entrepreneur with Rain? And so I want to speak to you as well. And I think it all starts, you have to ask yourself, what is your mission? When I joined the business, I've told this joke a million times. I joined network marketing for three reasons. Number one, to make money. Number two, to make money. Number three, to make money, right? And that's no joke. That's why I joined. That's the only reason I joined. I've been poor my whole life. I hated being poor and I was sick of it and I wanted to stop being poor. So I joined to make money. That was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And you know what? I made money. I made a lot of money. I made millions of dollars of money. But I certainly wouldn't answer that question that way today. And I think as you're looking at this, you have to say, what is my mission? Is it about making money or is it about making a difference? And for me, again, just speaking from the heart, I'm in Rain to make a difference. I believe that seed source nutrition is the biggest breakthrough in wellness in this century and maybe the last, right? Anybody could have discovered this, but only Rain did. Only the Rain researchers and scientists said, well, wait a minute. If this apple seed contains the DNA that grows into a complete apple tree and produces hundreds and then thousands of apples, how powerful must this seed be? And what about if we made the supplement from the seed, not the plant or fruit or vegetable or herb that it grows into? That's one of the biggest breakthroughs in 50 or 100 years, guys. And I know people need it. I know from my own family who need it. I know from my friends who need it. Science and medicine has never been more advanced than it is right now, and degenerative diseases are getting worse. Obesity is getting worse. Age expectancy actually went down recently. People need the Rain product line. People need the Rain social entrepreneur opportunity. Look at what's going on in AI right now. It's disrupting every single industry. Tens of millions of jobs are going to be impacted. And ultimately, I think AI is going to be very good for us. But I also think there's going to be a couple of years of cataclysmic disruption. And what does cataclysmic disruption mean exactly? It means you're a 27-year-old mother or father with a couple of young children and you lost your job and you're trying to find a new one. That's what disruption, that's what it means. People with not just the blue collar jobs, the white collar jobs. There's going to be people who make six-figure incomes who are going to be displaced. There's actually going to be people who make seven-figure incomes who are going to be displaced. And the need for a side gig opportunity, the need for residual income is greater now, maybe than any time in human history, and it's going to get even more so. So I know we can really make a difference with the business opportunity. And of course, the easiest, so apparent one is the Seeds for Change Foundation and what we can do with that to empower people around the world. So there are a lot of ways to make money. There aren't so many ways that you can make money where you're also making a positive difference. And rain is one of those. The product line, you have to take that into account. You have to say, is this a viable business? And of course, with this being the biggest breakthrough in nutrition in decades or maybe a century, of course it's a viable business. Of course, there are millions and millions of people who need this product. And then again, if you want to be rational, if you want to be logical, you got to say, okay, what is the total addressable market? Is this a market that's going to continue to grow, or is it a market that's going to decline? And the answer is this is a market that's going to continue to grow. And these products are unique. They have all the necessary things to be the perfect product line for leverage sales or direct selling, network marketing. They're unique, they're exclusive, they're highly consumable, they're demonstrable. People see the difference when they take them, when they consume them. There's emotional attachment when people feel that, when you come into this so high inflammation like I do, and then you lower that inflammation and you see what it does for every part of your mental and physical health, when you lower the temperature on your inflammation, when you get out of crisis inflammation and allow your immune system to bounce up, you allow your energy to ratchet up, you allow your body to do what it's designed to do naturally when it's not in chronic inflammation. And more importantly, it's a premium product. It's for people who want premium nutrition. The last product you want to be representing is a cheap one. The last product you want to be is some multivitamin, multi-mineral formula that they're selling at the supermarket for $8 a bottle for that crap, right? Our market is not people who take that crap. Our market is for people who know my body is my temple. Everything comes back to my health, my job, my relationships, my happiness, my sanity, my earning potential. It all goes back to, is my body operating in optimal health? Then you look at the business viability. And for me, obviously I am a savant in terms of comp plans. As a professional consultant, I've been designing compensation plans for decades. I am one of the people that helped create what the RAIN plan is, what we now call the Quadra plan. I was one of the instrumental people in developing that concept probably 20 years ago now, because we looked at the Quadra plan, quad coming from four. We looked at the four major types of compensation plans and say, okay, what are the great benefits of this type of plan? And then what are the drawbacks? And how could we create a hybrid animal, a hybrid plan to incorporate the good elements of those four plans and leave out the bad elements? And that's the RAIN plan that we have. And it stood the test of time, and the enhancements the company has made and is making just keep making the RAIN opportunity better for the people who want to do it. So those are all really important things, but they're not the most important for me, because I've been doing this. I'm now in this profession for 46 years, guys. I'm astounded to even say that, but it's true. 46 years I've been in this profession. And I've studied all the product line. I've studied all the types of compensation plan, what kind of logistical and support structure you need, what kind of tools, what kind of training. All of those things are really important. You need a well-managed, well-capitalized company that can handle the logistics, right? Pay the commissions on time, ship the products on time, keep the trains running on time. But all of that pales in comparison to the people who run the company. You can have the most lucrative compensation plan in the profession, but if the people at the company lack character, it will end up in tragedy. You can have the most amazing product line in the profession, but if the people who own and run the company lack character, it will end in tragedy. I can tell you the reason I took the call for RAIN was Jeff Higginson. I've been in the figurative foxholes with this man in wartime, when he's been a wartime CEO handling crisis, right? I've seen who he is in action. I've been with him at funerals. I've been with him at special family things. I've been with him on ATVs going through the rainforest. I've been with him scuba diving in the Great Barrier Reef. I've been with him going around Paris and Europe. I've been in castles with him, on helicopter rides with him, conventions and leadership retreats. I've known this man for almost 2 decades, and I know who he is as a person. He's a prince. I know his wife. I know his children. I've now seen his grandchildren. Okay. I know who he is as a person. And because he is the president of RAIN, I'm comfortable in RAIN. I'm comfortable calling my friends and family and loved ones and saying, this is a company you can trust. And just as important is another man, Travis Perry. A lot of talk about suspension gel technology, a lot of talk about product innovation, seed source nutrition. But when you trace it all back through the genealogy and you say, where did it all begin? It began with Travis Perry and the company he founded, and the scientists and doctors and researchers that he put together. The company that he built, which developed seed source nutrition, which developed suspension gel technology, which developed the nutrient preservation protocol. And again, as all the kudos he deserves for all of that work, which is amazing, and he does, the most important thing is who he is as a person. The kind of husband he is to Shasta, the kind of father he is to his children, the kind of community member he is to his church and his town and his friendships and his relationships, who he is. So when I looked at Travis, when I look at Jeff, When I look at Jeff Aldis and Michael Smith and the team that they've put together there in Provo, and the team around the world, the GMs, this new Gage coming in as marketing director, and of course Yaprak and Keith, and well, I don't even Paul. I mean, I got a Martina. I mean, we have so many great general managers going on. So I can't name them all, so I'm going to stop naming right there. But I just telling you, the most important thing you want to know about Rain is it's owned and run by good people. And when you have good people in a company, if there's a problem with the compensation plan, they'll fix it. If there's a problem with the product production, inventory control, regulatory issue, they'll fix it. If there's a problem with anything, good people, they fix it. And I want you to know with Rain International, they're good people. And that is my why Rain, why now story. I'm here to make a difference. I'm here to make it rain. It's one of the greatest honors of my career to be associated with this company and these people, and hopefully you. So let's go out and make it rain. Peace.